What's going on, everybody? It's JB Tech Fanatic, and here I am again with another video. Now, this video is not going to be a tech video. This is something that's been really weighing on me. I just feel like, when I started this channel, of course, technology is what I do at the core, but I wanted to help people. I wanted to help people get through hard times. And that's because myself am physically ill and I have a lot of really bad medical problems. This video is about not allowing people to take our miracles away from us. Now, before I get into that, for those of you that don't know, I'm a transplant patient. I one day basically was in the hospital. Some blood was coming out and just not good things were happening. And I found out that I had an extremely diseased pancreas that could take my life. And there wasn't a lot of options for me. And I ended up having a very rare transplant where they took my pancreas from my body and they transplanted some islets into my liver. Now that, of course, was a massive, 16, 18-hour surgery, 24 hours under anesthesia, 7 doctors, months in the hospital. And that was the beginning of my demise in a way. As you can see, I have this bag next to me. I hate this thing. It's why I'm still alive, truly. Anything I eat, I throw up. I have not held down food for years. I have a very difficult life in the sense that I'm in constant pain. I pass out. My blood sugars are 40 to 700 because I have no pancreas at all. I'm missing most of, organs. I've got 20% of my stomach left and my liver is connected directly to my stomach. Pretty much everything else is gone in there. Parts of my intestine, 80% of my stomach, my pancreas, spleen, gallbladder, and, just a bunch of stuff gone. Now, this has really changed me. Not just in the sense that it broke me mentally, it made me look at life differently. And when I was in the hospital time in and time out, the reason why I fell in love with technology and started doing this is because when you're alone in the hospital for sometimes months at end, you realize how cool technology is, because 1, it helps keep you alive, and 2, it helps keep you entertained. Not going to get into that. What this is about is not letting people take our miracles. And the reason why I shared that story with you, and some of you already know it, and that's just kind of the brief version of it, is because I am so sick and tired of we are not allowed to accept our miracles as they stand. We had something happen to my family recently. As I'll give you a quick story. We're coming home from a vacation. It's completely dark outside. We're in the middle of nowhere. And we drive literally into an eye of a storm like I've never seen before. Within the matter of seconds, feet of water were building up. We were in a flood zone, one of those dippy roads. Literally in the matter of minutes, I had water up to my windshield. I had my 3 little kids in the car, my wife, it's dark, we're alone, and I am literally crying out to God for help. Now, because of my illness, I struggle with, again, pain. I can't do a lot of things. I'm hooked up to an IV bag. I'm brittle diabetic. So all this stuff comes into play, right? Because now, as a man, a husband, and a father, my sole responsibility is to take care of my family. And as we all often do when we're in a time of need, we cry out to God. And, I know a lot of times when we're angry, some of us blame God, but I cried out to God like I never have before in my life to get us through this. And this was about an hour that this lasted, there was water coming down, literally like someone dumped an Olympic-sized swimming pool on top of my car. Sheets of water. My window wipers were literally underwater. I could not see a foot in front of me. It was the scariest thing I have been through in my life. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this story is because, one, this was a miracle because we got through it. Was the kids crying? Yes. Was my wife scared? Yes. Did I cry a little bit? Yes, I did, because I had the lives of my family in my car with me. Once it was so bad that once we got for, I don't know how many miles, we came to this section where this river, it was about a mile wide river, and I'm already in the water. Cars are piled up on the side. People are on top of their cars. This is literally what was happening. Craziness. And I'm yelling out to God, help me, get me through this. My car has yet to stall, and it has yet to stop going. And my thing was, I felt like God was just kind of saying, hey, keep on coming, and I got you, but you have to have faith, right? You got to believe. You got to believe that this miracle exists. And I remember the looks on these people's faces when they're looking at me like, one, how is that car still driving? And two, why, are they not like doing what we are, right? Jumping on top of the cars or whatever it might have been. And that's because I accepted this miracle. And this miracle was, I don't have hours to be out in the middle of nowhere because of my health. And in order to protect my family like I want to, I will die for my family. I had to be able to believe in a miracle to get through something. And I promise you this, we got through it. And it was a very, very powerful time for me and my family. We all went through different things. Me being the father, I went through my own thing, my wife, mother, the kids, but we all went through this together. Now, immediately when we start telling people this is how you start to lose your miracles. And this is what I'm really trying to get at here. It's not about my story. As soon as you start telling people, people will say things like, oh, you should have never went out there, which again, this came up like, I can't even explain it. It was like all of a sudden, right? Two, you should have just pulled over. That wasn't an option, especially in the beginning. One, because of my health. And if I had to be in water and swim, I'd probably die, right? I got a port and all this stuff. Two or three, it was getting worse literally by the second. I've never seen anything like this in my life, but we got through it. Now you get home and everybody's telling you, oh, that was stupid, or they don't grasp the miracle, which makes you start to doubt the miracle because you start to say, God, was it that bad? Am I just imagining this? Here's the thing. Why do we allow people to take away our miracles from us? Our miracles, it's like if an accident happened in front of you, right in front of you, and you stayed in the bathroom an extra 2 minutes for no reason, or you're on a trip and you're coming home from vacation and you don't want to stop, but you decide to stop for no apparent reason, maybe to go to the bathroom or just to stop to stretch your legs. We don't accept these gifts and these miracles that give us something to believe in, give us something to strive for, to fight for. This bag right here, I hate this thing. It's heavy, it's embarrassing, it's connected to me, but it's a miracle. It keeps me and many other people alive. There is so many people out there right now. You've had a miracle happen to you and you've forgotten it because you let people tell you it wasn't a miracle, and you need that miracle to get you through whatever you're going through. And this is why it's important to hold on to your miracles, whether it is a logical miracle or not, is not the point. The point is that you must have faith and believe in the things that are given to us. None of us know how long we have to live, but each day is a gift. However, in my life, when I got sick, and every day, you guys, it's so hard. I go through pain all day. I vomit all day and night. I mean, literally on a good day, I vomit every single day of my life, at least 6 to 8 times. Lately, it's been 20, 30 times. I lose consciousness. I fall. I'm afraid to be alone. My blood sugars are 40 to 700 like a ping pong ball. I got something going into my veins that's not natural all the time. I live with these fears all the time, and they break me emotionally. They make me sad. They make me hurt. But I don't ever stop to realize the miracle that I'm still here. Whether I'm here for a month or 50 years, I don't know. But what I need to do is wake up and remember the miracles. Lots of us go through something and it doesn't turn out the way we expected it to, but it still turns out, and we never stop to think, maybe it just turning out even half of the way we wanted it was a miracle. And the reason is because nobody wants to hear about our miracles. Nobody wants to accept them. I mean, I'll give you an example. Have you ever told a story about something that happened to you? Maybe, again, you saw an accident in front of you, and then you're telling someone this, and they stop you in the middle of your story and they tell you what happened to them. Or they immediately discard that miracle that you were finding gave you strength. That's the problem. Because for each of us, we have our own miracles every day, whether it be life itself, your children, your wife, your husband, whoever's special to you, your job. We are told what defines us is what we do for a living and how much money and stuff we have. I'm going to tell you something. The moment some tragedy strikes or a significant illness will happen, you change the way you think. The stuff around me means absolutely nothing to me. And to be honest, before I was sick, I thought it did. We are bombarded with social media sites showing us their $5 million diamond watches and their mansion, and we think this makes them better. Yet, no matter who we are, where we're from, we all bleed, and we all will one day not be here anymore. And we only get these reminders when something bad happens. And we stop our miracles from giving us any joy. So this YouTube channel is about tech. I do technology reviews, and I will do more videos. But I'm doing this because I have been going through a really hard time right now. And I promised myself that my channel would be always based around helping people in any way I can. And because I'm going through something myself where I want to give up sometimes, and I feel like I can't get out of bed every day, and I cry and I feel like a baby, and I'm just being honest with you, right? I'm just a human. I want you to just look at me and remember you're not alone. I've always used this analogy. You can go to your doctor, even when you're sick like me, and let's just say you're feeling good for those 10 minutes. The doctor will base your progress off of those 10 minutes. Yet there's 24 hours in a day. We got 7 days in a week, and they'll judge you off those 10 minutes. And the reason why that should be important is because sometimes you want them to understand what you're going through. You want them to have an answer for you. You want to help you, right? With every day. And unfortunately, we don't have that. And that's the truth. We don't have the answers. our medical world is not as good as we think, especially when it comes to true disease. And I think the one thing we have besides each other, human contact, our loved ones, people that we want to be alive for, is our miracles. And some of us, we don't have anyone. And that miracle, whether it be you paid a bill that you thought you weren't going to be able to, a check showed up, you were at the grocery store and someone picked up your tab, or it be something even, you beat a tragedy, you thought you wouldn't be here anymore and you are. You had a baby that you've always wanted, a girl or a boy or whatever. It's about each miracle and accepting and realizing that they are miracles, and that there is a logical explanation to us having our miracles and having faith and believing in something to get us through each and every day, because the world is an absolute disaster right now. And I'm not talking just politically, I'm talking just pure out disaster. We are the people that are here. We're suffering in tons of different ways, and the only thing we can do is be there for one another, love one another, and look at the whole situation and find the miracle that was granted to you today, tomorrow, the next day, last year, 10 years ago. Find that miracle, remember that miracle, share that miracle, and don't let anyone take it away from you, because it will give you something to fight for. I hope this video gets to the right people, and I want you to remember you're not alone. Those of you that are going through a hard time, I never think my situation's worse, your situation's worse. Any situation that you are going through is hard, period. Life is hard, period. Even when it looks perfect, even when someone's life looks perfect, social media especially, I promise you, it's not perfect. Therefore, let's come together, be there for each other, accept our miracles, and continue to fight for the biggest miracle of all, and that's life. Thank you for listening to me rant. I hope this helps someone. If you ever want to chat, reach out to me, social media everywhere, at JB Tech Fanatic. I'm always willing to talk through chat or messaging if you need something. I'm one person, of course, but if I can help someone, that is my goal. Thank you to all that subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for your support. As always, you've helped me so much in my life with my health and my mental just getting through this. This channel has helped me with that, because it's given me something that I look forward to and that I love, and to be able to connect with people like you. Thank you so much for subscribing and the support. Be safe. Take care of each other. I can't wait to hear from you in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. And until then, I'm JB Tech Fanatic, and I'm out. Peace.